Hi year 4, hope you're well. In today's lesson I am going to show you how to turn your notes about sharks or another animal that you chose to research back into full sentences to make a fact file. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to give your fact file a title. I did mine all about sharks, so I am going to call mine All About Sharks. And if you have a ruler, you might want to underline that to make it really bold and stand out. Okay, the next thing you need to do is you need to get your notes that you sorted under subheadings, because you're going to need to use this today. Now, today I'm going to write 3 sections with you, and then tomorrow you can finish off the rest. So I'm going to start with my general facts section. So I've written, existed for 400 million years, top predator, over 400 types, and 30 species attack humans. I'm going to start by putting a subtitle. So I'm going to write general facts. Now you might have picked a different subtitle, that's absolutely fine. These are just the ones that I chose. Now I'm going to start off by turning that first bullet point into a full sentence. So existed for 400 million years. So I think I'm going to say sharks have existed for nearly 400 million years. I'm going to put full stop. Now my next sentence, I want to use a fronted adverbial. I will upload this onto the website for you. This is the one that you have in class. Now, a lot of these won't be appropriate for a fact file and will only be appropriate for stories or things like that, but there might be some on there that you want to use. I'm going to put unsurprisingly. So, unsurprisingly, who can remember what piece of punctuation goes after a fronted adverbial? A comma. They are a. Now, I want to think of a really good adjective that's going to make them sound quite scary. So I think I'm going to use the word fierce. They are a fierce predator and at the top of many food chains. Okay, so I've done the first 2 bullet points. Now I think I'm going to talk about next that there are 400 types of shark and about 30 species attacking humans. So there are over 400 types of shark. Then I'm going to use a subordinating conjunction here. You might have planned some sentences on Friday that you could use, although only 30 species are known to attack humans. Now it's really important, once I've written one section, that I read it through to check it makes sense, and then I can edit anything if I need to. So, general facts. Sharks have existed for nearly 400 million years. Unsurprisingly, comma, they are a fierce predator and at the top of many food chains. There are over 400 types of shark, although only 30 species are known to attack humans. Okay, so you might want to pause the video here and have a go at writing your first section. Okay, next section on mine, I'm going to write about their diet. So again, I'm going to put another subheading, diet. I'm going to underline mine to make it really clear. Okay, so I'm going to have a quick read through my notes. Most sharks are carnivores. Sharks can eat other sharks. They normally eat alone. Many sharks fight over food called group feeding. They eat sea mammals like dolphins and seals, can eat turtles and seagulls. So again, I want to turn this into full sentences. So I think I'm going to start with my first point about carnivores. The majority, now majority means most, of sharks are carnivores, which means they eat meat. Now, I'm going to use another subordinating conjunction in this next sentence, but I'm actually going to put the subordinating clause at the beginning. Some of you might have done that on Friday as well. So I'm going to say, although they mostly eat alone, so that's my subordinated clause. I'm going to put a comma. Many sharks fight over food. Full stop. Now I'm going to put this is called group feeding. Okay, I'm going to look at my notes again. So I've said about sharks being carnivores. I've said about how they normally eat alone and how they fight over food, which is called group feeding. So I might now talk about what type of food they like to eat. So they enjoy eating many sea mammals. Now, you'll notice that I'm trying to use a lot of the scientific vocabulary because when we write a fact file, it's really important that we make it sound, that we make sure there are as many facts as possible and it sounds really scientific. So, they enjoy eating many mammals like dolphins and seals, but some also enjoy eating animals like turtles and seagulls. Okay, so I've now finished another section, so I'm going to give it another read through just to check that it all makes sense. The majority of sharks are carnivores. Although they mostly eat alone, comma, many sharks fight over food. This is called group feeding. They enjoy eating many sea mammals like dolphins and seals, but some also enjoy eating animals like turtles and seagulls. Perfect. Okay, now my last section I'm going to do with you today is habitat. So, next subtitle. And again, I'm going to underline it to make it really clear. Okay, let's have a look at my notes. So I've got most live in the sea, very few live in fresh water, not territorial, means they roam waters. Sharks don't care for their young, so don't hide their eggs and stay there. And then I've got a whale shark lives in Mozambique, great white shark lives in Mexico, and an epaulet shark lives in New Guinea and Australia. Okay, so I'm going to start off about saying how they mostly live in the sea. Almost all sharks live in the sea, and very few live in fresh water. Okay, so now I'm going to say about how they're not territorial. So that means that they don't like to stay in one place. Sharks are not territorial, which means they like to, now I'm going to use the word roam, and that kind of means that they go around and visit lots of different parts of the ocean rather than just stay in one place. It means they like to roam the ocean. Now notice that I've used ocean instead of sea, just to kind of vary the vocabulary and make sure that I'm not repeating myself too much. So they like to roam the ocean. Now, yesterday's lesson, I would have asked you to plan some questions, rhetorical questions that you could use in your fact file. So I'm actually going to use one of mine here. I'm going to write, did you know sharks live all over the globe? And then after my question, I need to make sure that I put a question mark. Now I'm going to talk about where specific types of sharks live, just to add a little bit more detail. A whale shark can be found in Mozambique. Now, remember, I have put a capital letter for Mozambique because it is a country, and if we are writing the name of a country or a place, it must have a capital letter. So a whale shark can be found in Mozambique, while a great white can be found in Mexico. Again, it's the name of a place, so I'm going to make sure it's got a capital letter. Okay, so I've now written my first 3 sections. I'm going to give it all another quick read through and check it all makes sense. So all about sharks. General facts. Sharks have existed for nearly 400 million years. Unsurprisingly, they are a fierce predator and at the top of many food chains. There are over 400 types of shark, although only 30 species are known to attack humans. The majority of sharks are carnivores. Although they mostly eat alone, many sharks fight over food. This is called group feeding. They enjoy eating many sea mammals like dolphins and seals, but some also enjoy eating animals like turtles and seagulls. Habitat. Almost all sharks live in the sea, and very few live in fresh water. Sharks are not territorial, which means they like to roam the ocean. Did you know sharks live all over the globe? A whale shark can be found in Mozambique, while a great white can be found in Mexico. Okay, so those are the first 3 sections of my fact file. So today you're going to pick 3 and write those up. You don't need to do them all today. And then tomorrow you can do your last 3 sections. I hope you found this video useful, and I'm really looking forward to seeing some of your fantastic fact files. Take care, and I will see you